My name's Adam, and I'm an artist out of northern Wisconsin. My good friends over at AddictiveInkGear.com sent me the MP5 Centri tattoo machine to show you guys today, and then Centri Tattoo Machines sent me the new version of the MP5 called the MP5 Tactical. The MP5 and the MP5 Tactical are both very, very different than direct drive rotary pen style machines that are on the market today. They work completely different. The Centri machines are not direct drive tattoo machines. They're actually magnetic drive tattoo machines, which is similar to how a coil machine works. Coil tattoo machines have an electromagnetic mechanism to them. You hook a power supply up to a clip cord. That clip cord connects right here is where you would attach that clip cord, and then you would have power to your tattoo machine. These coils, when they get power in them, become electromagnetic, and when they turn on, then this armature bar will be pulled down into them because they turn into magnets pulling the armature bar down. And then when this armature bar goes down, this spring right here will become disconnected from this contact screw right here. And then when it's not connected to that contact screw right there, the electric circuit is disconnected. So what happens when that electric circuit is disconnected is that these coils shut off, so they no longer become electromagnetic, which allows the armature bar to go up again. And then when it goes up, that spring right there connects that with that contact screw again, turning it back on, making it just constantly fluctuate, making the armature bar go up and down. And now when you slap a needle to that, that is making the needle go back and forth, and that's how a coil tattoo machine works. Here's a tattoo machine literally made out of a doorbell. So they took the parts out of a doorbell, and then here it is. The electromagnets are turning on, disconnecting from there, turning off the electromagnets, just making that go back and forth like that. It is ancient technology, people. Literally in a doorbell. Ancient technology. And what Centri Tattoo Machines is doing is that they are taking the magnetic drive system out of a coil machine. They are redesigning it, making it more modern, more robust, more reliable, and then they are bringing it to their line of MP5 tattoo machine. The Centri Tattoo Machine magnetic mechanism is very genius. It is hard to explain, but I'll play this video and you guys could kind of imagine how it works. So this is the motor. You see that? Magnets and stuff, and that is inside of there. So now let me try to explain that to you, and I'll probably get a lot of this wrong. So basically, as far as I can understand it, there is a rotary motor right here, and then connected to that is a shaft, right? So there's a motor, and then there's a shaft sticking out of that, and then on that is this magnet right here. So when you turn the motor on, this magnet in the center just spins, just like that. And then that magnet in the center has a north pole and a south pole to it, and that either pulls or rejects, you know, another north or south pole magnet. So these are also magnets right here. So when this is spinning, it is pushing and pulling these magnets, making them go back and forth. And then the way that the machine pushes into a needle is that one of these magnets actually has a drive bar hooked to it. So when it is going back and forth, it is actually pushing forward with the drive bar, pushing into the plunger of your needle cartridge, making your needle go back and forth. Blah, blah, blah. Very interesting, very nerdy, but why would we want this inside of a tattoo machine? For one, having the magnetic drive system, it is actually less harsh on the skin. And also from my own experience, having this system inside of the Centri tattoo machine, it allows for when you have your voltage down on the machine for it to hit the skin softer, and then when you turn your voltage up, it hits the skin harder. All of their tattoo machines is a 4mm stroke, but you can change how it hits the skin by just changing the voltage. The lower the voltages are on this tattoo machine, the more bog you're going to get inside the machine, where it's going to feel like you have give or something on a coil machine, and then the higher voltages, it's going to feel more like a standard rotary direct drive machine. And the tactical tattoo machine takes a standard 9-volt battery. What? This is the brand that they suggest, and it has a Type-C port on it. That's crazy. And we're going to take an up close look at these tattoo machines right now. Let's go. We're going to take a quick look at the MP5 machine first, and then we're going to take a look at the tactical. I actually got this tattoo machine used, so we don't have the packaging that it comes in. I then sent this tattoo machine off to Centri Tattoo Machines, and they gave it a full upgrade. They redid the motor on it. They redid the drive system on it. They redid everything on this machine. So it's basically like brand new. Now let's take a closer look at this tattoo machine. The first thing we're going to notice with this tattoo machine is that the magnetic drive system is actually exposed. It is awesome turning the tattoo machine on and seeing all the parts move, though it is important that you do not get cleaners down inside the motor and that you do not mess around with it too much to where you wreck any of the magnets on it. If you ruin a magnet on this tattoo machine, your machine will no longer work. The standard version of the MP5 that we got here is RCA port only, which will allow you to power it with an RCA cable or a battery like this one. Powering on the tattoo machine, we can see the magnetic drive in action, and the tattoo machine has a nice sound to it. The cartridge system on this tattoo machine is unlike any other tattoo machine. You adjust the needle depth by actually adjusting the needle hole in the front of the machine itself. And you adjust the hole in the front by spinning this dial in the back of the machine. If you keep unscrewing this, the cartridge receptacle itself will actually come out. It is designed like this so you can easily clean the inside of your machine. Taking that adjustment rod out, we can actually see the inside of the magnetic drive system a lot better. The magnetic drive system in this MP5 tattoo machine is essentially the exact same in the tactical machine. There is slight differences. For a size reference, the tattoo machine is about 5 fingers long. It is a very small, compact machine. But we want to see the tactical machine, the granddaddy himself, the big bad to the bones, upgraded version of the MP5. And it starts right here with this case. The packaging is very simple, nothing to overthink here, just a little capsule of love holding your tattoo machine. You get included in the box a sticker that you could stick to the back of your dog or onto your girlfriend's head or wherever you like to put stickers. Represent. And then we get some words and stuff. Ooh. Now let's take a look at this tattoo machine. Oh wait, shit, this is the Cybertruck, not the machine. It's hard to say on how I got confused by the two. This tattoo machine is one big solid piece of milled aluminum. Here it is next to the MP5 that we just looked at. We'll notice a few changes as the tactical has a voltage meter on it. The dial to adjust the needle is in a different place, and the motor has been moved from the back of the machine to the front of the machine inside of the grip. We'll see on the side of this magnetic drive system, we will see 4 millimeters. That is because this tattoo machine is a 4 millimeter stroke length tattoo machine. Earlier this month on YouTube, I asked you guys what stroke length in your tattoo machine is the best for all around every style. Out of 87 votes on my YouTube channel, most people voted for the 4.0 millimeter stroke length, coming in as 69% of the votes. 69. On the back of the tattoo machine, we'll see 9 volts. That's because this tattoo machine takes a 9-volt battery. And then we'll see a power on icon because this is actually the power on button. I know this seems like a really weird spot for a power on button, but trust me, it is probably the best place for it on this machine. Right out of the box, you can rock the tattoo machine like this with the RCA cable on it if you would like. Otherwise, the tattoo machine is somewhat modular because you could actually take this module out of the back of the machine and you could put a 9-volt battery in it. This is the brand of the 9-volt battery that you're going to want to use. Believe it or not, but all 9-volt batteries are not the same size. This tattoo machine was built specifically around this brand. And the awesome thing about this 9-volt battery is that it actually has a Type-C port on it to charge it. Though the battery brand company does not suggest that you charge it while it's plugged into your device. You should charge it on its own through the Type-C port, not while it's plugged into your tattoo machine. If you use another brand of battery, you can risk getting it stuck inside of your tattoo machine. Removing it from your tattoo machine can destroy that battery, possibly starting a fire or wrecking your machine. Do not do that. And if you want to be a cool kid, you'll actually take the plastic off of that battery. This will make your battery look white, which is cool. And that little bit of plastic off your battery will make your battery slip in and out of the battery hole in the back of your machine a lot easier. Don't be stuck being the guy that keeps his sticker on his battery. Don't be that guy. Another thing that the cool kids do is that you could turn the tattoo machine on by making the little gun pointer finger and pushing your knuckle into the power button. You could turn it on like that. Using the 9-volt battery, your tattoo machine can go up to, well, 9 volts. If for any reason you could go up over 9 volts, never exceed 10 volts on this tattoo machine. The display on this tattoo machine is only rated up to 10 volts. If you go over 10 volts, your display will break. The tattoo machine will allow you to go much lower than 5 volts with the machine, but you can go so low that the magnetic drive system fails to work. The sweet spot is probably between 7 and 9 volts. The cartridge system is very similar to the original MP5, though I do not suggest you guys unscrew it all the way to where the rod comes out of it because it can be a bitch to put back together. Or at least I had a hard time lining the rod back up with the hole on the dial, and I got a few scratches on my machine trying to do so. When the tactical tattoo machine was first announced, I actually got so excited that I made my own 9-volt battery powered tattoo machine. If you want to see the excitement of me talking about the tattoo machine that I made, go check out my first impressions video on the tactical tattoo machine. It's an informative video and I talk more about the tactical machine over there. So what's my final thoughts now on the MP5 machines? Both of these tattoo machines, they feel the exact same. They literally have the exact same motor in them, the exact same mechanism to them. The only difference is that the tactical has an option to where you can take the RCA off and then you can add a battery to it. The tactical is way shorter and it feels way better in your hands just balance wise when you have the battery pack in it compared to the standard MP5 with the battery pack on it. It is like a whole inch longer and you feel that makes a huge difference. The longer your tattoo machine is, the worse the balance is on it. So if you're running a battery pack or if you want to be wireless, I would suggest the tactical machine over the standard MP5 machine. And if you want to run the tattoo machine wired, I would still suggest you get the tactical machine because it is literally almost the exact same height still. Like RCA port to tip of the machine, it is like the exact same length still for running it with the wired, but then you still have the option to go wireless in the future if that's what you want. Now, Centri Tattoo Machines is owned and ran by one guy named Mike. And Mike is actually a very cool guy. He's very dedicated in making tattoo machines. Actually, when he sent me this, I actually did a whole video call with him and I got to see the whole workshop and everything and how the machine is basically made. Mike is there literally every step of the way with this company. He is sourcing the materials. He is taking the materials. He is CNCing them down. There's some 3D printed plastic on this. There is some Delrin that he also has to work with and everything, which is like a plastic that's like cleanable and moldable and stuff. And you know, there's electronics and there's a whole assembly that he has to do. He has a whole bunch of workbenches and he assembles the machines right there. He's literally working on these every step of the way, all the way through customer service and shipping it out to you. Mike is there doing it. Now, with that said, this tattoo machine was built by Mike and it was built for Mike, to the shape of the grip, how the machine needle protrudes in and out, to how the voltage works, how everything works on it with the 9-volt battery, and how the whole motor works and everything. That is all because that is what Mike wants in a tattoo machine, because Mike has been tattooing for many years and this is the machine that he wants to use. And everybody might want to be Mike, but not everybody is Mike, if you know what I'm saying. This machine isn't going to be for everybody. It's specifically tuned to how Mike likes it. When I first picked up this machine, for example, it felt really weird to me. I was not used to the, you know, the magnetic mechanism in it and stuff like that. Threw me off instantly. The way you hold the grip and everything instantly threw me off. Everything on the machine instantly threw me off. But you have to like stick through it for the initial first impressions, because the initial first impressions is just so different than like a normal direct drive tattoo machine that it kind of throws you off right away. So you know, you pick it up and you're all like, what the hell is this? And then when you work with it, the longer you work with it, and then you start to realize the genius behind it. And it just takes time. Sometimes you have to just embrace your inner Mike. Here is actually a tattoo that I did using the tattoo machine. And if we zoom in, we can see my bad tattooing skills. But if we stay out here, you can see that I can pack ink with this. You know, I can pack color. Line works is pretty easy to do. I'm using this tattoo machine around 9 volts, which is like the maximum you should use it at. Sometimes I'm going down to like 8.5 over there somewhere. But yeah, I mean, the ink went right in. I literally just did this tattoo yesterday, and I mean, it was a fun experience. The thing that is difficult with this tattoo machine is, you know, changing your needle depth. But once you have a needle brand where all the cartridges are similar to each other. The big thing with this tattoo machine is finding the needle brand that works best for you, because you're going to want to use membrane needles in this tattoo machine. It just works better with the magnetic system that is going on. And membrane needles are also way quieter. If you have like a band drive needle and you use in this tattoo machine, it's going to be super loud and annoying. So I suggest getting membrane needles, and then, you know, get the right depth so you don't have to keep fiddling with that during your tattoo and everything, and pick the right voltage for you. And yeah, I mean, you could tattoo with this tattoo machine just fine. It was actually very fun using this machine. This is some tattooing I did on some practice skin with the machine also, and you can see you can do some smooth shading and everything. This was actually before I realized in the machine. It took me about this long until I realized if you turn down the voltage, the machine hits softer, and if you turn up the voltage, the machine hits harder. I did not know that while I was doing this practice skin. I kind of found out near the end there, but yeah, I mean, you can literally do everything with this one tattoo machine. All right, so Centri Tattoo Machines posted this on the Instagram page last night. This is an all black tactical version. This is super cool looking. I commented down below saying that this should be the Dark Lord model. You know, my personal, pro model for the machine or something, because, dude, it's so sick. It's so cool. I think the machine is actually made out of Delrin, which is like the plastic that they use on the inside of the machine. I might be wrong. It might be made out of aluminum, but I think he put Delrin inside of his CNC machine, and shaped it to the shape that, the tactical would be. And then somehow he like painted the 4mm stroke or something on the side red. I think that looks sick. That looks super sick. Just carve Dark Lord right there, right on the body right there, and just make it like a limited time tattoo machine. That would be really sick. Come on, Mike. You know that will be sick. Centri Tattoo Machines is a very exciting company. Make sure you guys go down in the video description, follow them on Instagram. Make sure you guys go pick yourself up a tactical tattoo machine. Also, this video would not be possible without addictiveinkgear.com. They are actually the ones that provided me the MP5, their original, so we can compare it to the tactical. So make sure you guys go check them out. They sell some very awesome products. They are actually working with David Vega right now. They are working with David Vega on making some awesome practice skin with his signature, his own signature model of practice skin. It's actually pretty crazy. And they are working with plenty of artists, and there's a lot of products on the website. Link in the video description. Go check them out. Yo. Hold up. I see you there. I see you. See you there. If you guys want to support the show, go over to my website down in the video description and buy yourself some merch. We also have digital products and a bunch of different things. Use code DARKLORD for 20% off. Thank you guys. Take care. And now we're just sitting here. And we're going to go. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, comment down below, and like this video. I love you.